A 73-year-old woman in Okinawa climbs mountains every week. Meanwhile, most 60-year-olds in the West struggle with a single flight of stairs. The difference? It's not genetics. It's not expensive treatments. It's not even rigorous exercise. It's something she drinks every single day. Something you can make in your kitchen tonight. You've been told muscle loss after 60 is inevitable. That weakness is simply the price of aging. That your only options are grueling exercise programs you can't maintain or supplements that empty your wallet without filling your strength. But here's what nobody mentions. Your muscles aren't betraying you. They're starving. After 60, adults lose approximately 3% of muscle mass every decade, a rate that accelerates significantly without proper intervention. By 80, nearly 30% of the muscle you had at 40 has vanished. This isn't just about looking weaker. Muscle tissue actively regulates blood sugar, protects your joints from impact, supports your bone density, and directly determines whether you'll need help getting dressed in 10 years or walking confidently on your own. Researchers now consider muscle mass one of the strongest predictors of both how long you'll live and how well you'll live during those years. Yet across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, certain cultures have maintained remarkable physical strength into their 80s and 90s. Generations of elders who remain active, mobile, and independent far longer than Western averages suggest is possible. Their secret wasn't discovered in a laboratory or sold in a bottle. It was passed down through generations, in simple cups of tea their grandmothers taught them to make. Modern science has finally caught up. Clinical studies now validate what these cultures knew intuitively. Specific teas can support circulation, reduce chronic inflammation, and provide raw materials aging muscles desperately need to repair and rebuild. Today, I'm revealing 3 of them. Exactly how they work inside your body at the cellular level, precisely how to prepare them for maximum benefit, and a simple daily system that combines all 3 for compounding results. Before we dive in, have you noticed your legs getting weaker, stiffer, or more tired lately? Even when you're staying as active as you can? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. What you share might help someone facing the exact same struggle, and we respond to every comment with personalized guidance. Let's start with tea number 3. Tea number 3, Hibiscus tea, the circulation restorer. That stunning, deep ruby red color isn't just beautiful to look at. It's a visible sign of powerful compounds that begin working inside your body the moment you drink it. Here's what might be happening to you right now without you even realizing it. Your leg muscles are slowly suffocating. Blood flow to skeletal muscles decreases by 20 to 30% between ages 25 and 75. A gradual decline most people never notice until the cumulative effects become impossible to ignore. Less blood flow means less oxygen reaching your muscle tissue. Less oxygen means less ADP, adenosine triphosphate, the energy molecule powering every single muscle contraction in your body. Without adequate ADP production, muscles fatigue faster during normal activities, recover slower after any exertion, and silently weaken month after month without any obvious cause. This is why your legs feel inexplicably heavy by afternoon. Why your ankles swell by evening even when you haven't been particularly active. Why short walks leave you more tired than they logically should. Hibiscus contains anthocyanidins, the same compounds responsible for creating its distinctive crimson color. When absorbed into your bloodstream, they trigger a process called vasodilation. Your blood vessels physically relax and widen, allowing significantly more oxygen-rich blood to reach starving muscle tissue throughout your body. The result? Essential nutrients arrive faster. Lactic acid and metabolic waste products clear more quickly. That persistent heaviness and fatigue begins lifting noticeably. Hibiscus also acts as a gentle natural diuretic, helping your body release excess fluid that becomes trapped in your tissues. Particularly valuable if your shoes feel tighter by evening or you notice visible puffiness around your ankles. Preparation for maximum benefit. 2 teaspoons of dried hibiscus petals per cup of boiling water. Steep for 5 to 7 minutes. Longer steeping creates a tangier, more potent brew with higher anthocyanin concentration. Drink hot or enjoy cold over ice depending on your preference. Enhancement tip: add a slice of fresh orange. The vitamin C significantly increases anthocyanin absorption. Research shows up to 35% improved bioavailability. Clinical research confirms regular hibiscus consumption supports healthier blood pressure levels and improved peripheral circulation, exactly what aging muscles need to function properly and recover completely. But improved circulation only solves part of the problem. The next tea attacks something even more destructive hiding inside your body. Tea number 2, ginger tea, the inflammation extinguisher. If you wake up stiff every morning, if your first hour involves waiting patiently for your body to warm up before you can move normally, chronic inflammation is likely the hidden saboteur undermining your strength. Here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. Unlike helpful acute inflammation that heals cuts and fights infections before resolving naturally, chronic low-grade inflammation never fully resolves. It smolders constantly in your tissues like embers that refuse to die, and scientists now identify this persistent inflammation as one of the primary drivers of age-related muscle loss. Blood markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, allow researchers to measure this hidden inflammation objectively. Studies consistently show that elevated levels of these inflammatory markers correlate directly with faster muscle deterioration, reduced physical function, and accelerated aging throughout the body. This persistent inflammation actively interferes with protein synthesis, your body's essential muscle-building process. It accelerates fiber breakdown faster than repair can occur. It extends recovery time after even mild activity. Quietly, invisibly, it erodes decades of accumulated strength while you wonder why exercise isn't working like it used to. Ginger contains gingerols, remarkable natural anti-inflammatory compounds that have been studied extensively in clinical settings for over 30 years. Here's what makes gingerols particularly valuable. They block cyclooxygenase 2, COX-2, the same enzyme pathway targeted by pharmaceutical anti-inflammatory medications, but without the gastrointestinal damage, kidney stress, and other side effects those drugs often cause with long-term use. When chronic inflammation finally decreases, muscles contract and relax more fluidly throughout the day. Recovery from activity accelerates significantly. Morning stiffness fades in minutes rather than lingering for hours. Movement feels natural and easy again instead of labored and painful. Preparation for maximum potency. Slice approximately 2 inches of fresh ginger root into thin pieces. Fresh is significantly more potent than powdered. Add to 2 cups of water, bring to a full boil, then reduce heat and simmer gently for 10 minutes. Strain and drink while warm. For pronounced stiffness or soreness, extend simmering time to 15 minutes. This extracts higher gingerol concentration from the fibrous root, creating a more therapeutically effective brew. Research published in the Journal of Pain demonstrated that ginger supplementation can reduce muscle soreness by 25% and significantly accelerate recovery time in older adults, making daily movement easier, more comfortable, and sustainable long-term. Now we arrive at the most important tea on this list, the one that addresses why muscles weaken in the first place. Tea number 1, Moringa tea, the muscle rebuilder. Hibiscus improves delivery systems. Ginger removes inflammatory obstacles. But Moringa provides something neither of them can offer, the actual raw materials your muscles need to physically rebuild themselves. This is the tea that supplement companies quietly hope you never discover. Here's a term you should know: sarcopenia. It's the clinical name for age-related muscle loss, and it affects approximately 1 in 3 adults over 60. The consequences extend far beyond simple weakness. Sarcopenia increases fall risk by 40%, doubles hospitalization likelihood following any injury, and strongly predicts eventual loss of independent living. Yet despite affecting millions, most people have never heard the term, even as they experience its early warning signs daily. Weaker legs climbing stairs, difficulty rising from low chairs without pushing off armrests, declining grip strength that makes opening jars frustrating, subtle balance uncertainties that didn't exist before. Here's the critical insight most people completely miss. Exercise signals your body to build muscle. It's the stimulus that initiates the construction process. But signals alone cannot construct anything physical. You need raw materials. Without adequate amino acids, essential minerals, and supporting nutrients arriving consistently, the rebuilding process stalls indefinitely, no matter how diligently you exercise or how motivated you feel. Think of it like hiring a construction crew to build a house, but never delivering lumber, nails, or concrete to the site. The workers show up ready and willing, but there's literally nothing to build with. Your muscles face the same impossible situation. Moringa delivers what most teas fundamentally cannot. Actual physical building blocks your body can use immediately. What's in every cup? Complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, the same found in meat and eggs, but in a form that aging digestive systems often process more easily without discomfort. Leucine, one specific amino acid identified by researchers as the primary trigger that switches on muscle protein synthesis at the cellular level. Without adequate leucine, the rebuilding signal never fully activates. Calcium and magnesium for proper muscle contraction. Every step you take, every object you lift, every movement you make requires these minerals for the electrochemical signals that make muscle function possible. Iron for red blood cell production. More red blood cells means more oxygen carrying capacity, which translates to muscles that maintain energy longer during activity and recover faster afterward. Quercetin and other antioxidants that protect muscle cells from oxidative damage, the cellular rust that accumulates with age and accelerates tissue breakdown. Preparation for optimal results. Use 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried moringa leaves or 1 teaspoon of moringa powder. Steep in hot, not boiling, water for 5 minutes. Excessive heat degrades moringa's more delicate nutrients, particularly heat-sensitive vitamins. Best timing. Morning consumption is ideal when muscles are most receptive to incoming nutrients after the overnight fasting period. Research shows muscle protein synthesis rates naturally peak during morning hours, a phenomenon scientists call anabolic priming. Consuming moringa with breakfast provides building materials exactly when your body can absorb and utilize them most efficiently for actual tissue construction. Clinical studies demonstrate that moringa supplementation can meaningfully improve muscle mass measurements, walking speed, and functional strength assessments, benefits that translate directly to better daily mobility, reduced fall risk, and greater lasting independence. How to combine all 3 teas for maximum effect. Knowing what to drink matters significantly, but knowing precisely when to drink each tea transforms good results into remarkable ones. Your day contains 3 distinct metabolic windows, and each tea fits perfectly into one. Morning, build with moringa. After overnight fasting, your muscles are primed and ready to receive incoming nutrients. Moringa's amino acids, calcium, and iron arrive exactly when protein synthesis rates naturally peak, maximizing absorption and utilization. Pair with a protein-containing breakfast for amplified muscle-building signals that compound throughout the day. Afternoon, feed with hibiscus. Prolonged sitting, common in modern life, reduces blood flow to leg muscles by up to 50%. Hibiscus directly counteracts this effect, delivering fresh oxygen and nutrients to fatigued muscles precisely when circulation naturally slows. This prevents the afternoon heaviness that makes evenings feel difficult and discourages beneficial evening activity. Evening, heal with ginger. Your body performs the majority of its tissue repair during sleep. This is when growth hormone levels peak and protein synthesis becomes most active. Ginger calms inflammation accumulated throughout the day's activities, ensuring nothing interferes with this critical overnight recovery window. Drink approximately 1 hour after dinner for optimal effect. Starting point. 1 cup of each tea daily establishes the foundation. Adjustment guidance. Add a second morning moringa on physically active days when muscle demands increase. Include extra evening ginger when soreness or stiffness is particularly pronounced. Simple, affordable, sustainable indefinitely without complicated planning. Can I drink these teas with medications? Generally, yes, with appropriate awareness. Hibiscus may enhance blood pressure medication effects. Monitor your readings carefully when combining. Ginger has mild, blood-thinning properties, particularly relevant if you currently take anticoagulants. Moringa contains significant iron and vitamin K, matters for certain medical conditions. Always inform your doctor about dietary additions, especially with prescription medications. Most physicians appreciate this transparency. When will I notice changes? Subtle improvements, reduced morning stiffness, less evening swelling, easier daily movement. often appear within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent use. Measurable improvements in strength, endurance, and stability typically emerge after 8 to 12 weeks as actual tissue rebuilding accumulates. Consistency matters more than perfection. Missing occasional days won't derail your progress. Does this replace exercise? No. These teas provide the essential foundation and raw materials. Exercise provides the signal telling your body to actually build with them. Research shows combining proper nutrition with appropriate movement produces results 2 to 3 times greater than either approach alone. They work together synergistically. Your muscles aren't failing because of age alone. They're failing because they lack adequate circulation to receive oxygen. They're drowning in chronic inflammation that blocks recovery, and they're missing the raw materials needed for physical reconstruction. 3 teas address all 3 problems simultaneously. Hibiscus reopens blood flow to oxygen-starved tissue throughout your body. Ginger extinguishes the chronic inflammation that's been accelerating your decline. Moringa delivers the actual building blocks muscles require to rebuild themselves. All 3 available at any grocery store. Pennies per cup. No prescription required. No expensive supplements needed. Now tell me in the comments, which tea will you try first? What symptom matters most to you right now? The weakness, the stiffness, or the fatigue? Will you return in a few weeks to share what changed for you? If this provided genuine value, like the video, it helps others who need this information discover it. Subscribe for more evidence-based guidance on staying strong and independent after 60. Because growing older doesn't require growing weaker. Your body still knows exactly how to rebuild. It's simply waiting for you to provide what it needs. Thanks for watching.